everyone. Welcome. How's everyone doing today? I want to welcome you guys to Stop Self-Sabotage, Get Clarity, and Increase Sales. So as you guys hop on, again, you know, these wonderful lives, they're always on a delay. So just say hello, drop your name. If you have any questions, drop the questions below. Give me a hashtag live, hashtag replay, depending on when you're watching this and, you know, wherever you're from. So you may be from a different part of the world. Maybe you're going to watch this later. You may be with me live on the East Coast. We just had a really amazing, beautiful blizzard. So we are covered in snow. So I'm working from home today, which is wonderful. And flexibility, guys. It's all about flexibility. So if you hear a little bit of ruckus, that's my crazy puppy Luna, who's, you know, playing with the ball and making all kinds of noises. So before anything else, I want to thank every single one of you guys for being in this group, for participating, for sending me messages, for reaching out, for being who you are. The second thing I want to say is I want everyone in this group to remember we're all human and be freaking nice to yourself. We're in a very stressful time in the world. We're in a stressful time in business. We're in a stressful time if you're behind the chair, if you're an owner, if you're simply a service provider, if you're an educator, consultant, wherever you are in this journey, it is stressful. So let's not poo-poo that and act like it's not real. I'm not saying sit in negativity, but I'm saying give yourself a little freaking grace. You know what that means? Be freaking nice to yourself. So before anything else, let's get going. So if you guys have a pen and paper, I'm going to cover stuff. I'm going to go through things without wasting your time because I know we're all so busy. And I'm going to give you a few key points to really look at and a few key points to focus on. And I want you to be honest with yourself because when we're thinking about business growth, so many people forget these few steps. And these are the few things that people ask me all the time. They're like, Maria, I feel like I'm holding myself back, but they don't even really know it. When they start working with me, half the battle is working through the personal development stuff. And, you know, if I trigger you, that means it's something I have to work on. If what I'm saying kind of irritates you, pinches you, pisses you off, then that simply means you have to work on that part of you. And there's nothing wrong with that. How lucky are we that we can do these things and we can help each other and we can work on things and better ourselves. So once again, as you hop on, give me hello. Let me know where you're watching from. If there's any questions you'd like me to answer, please post them in the comments. I will answer them, I promise you. Or DM me, book a call with me. It's free. There's no obligation. Okay, so the first thing is I want you guys to ask yourself, when it comes to self-sabotage, what is your story? Like, what is true? So on a piece of paper, I want you to write down, what is my truth? Meaning, not the shit that people told you, not the crap someone taught you, not the nonsense that maybe your partner, your family, the people that raised you, your caregivers, whoever we want to pinpoint this on, which we have to forgive them anyway. What is your truth? So what is true about you today? And don't filter it. It's just between you and you. The second thing I want you to answer is write down the things that are not true. Things that you may believe. They are limiting beliefs, but they're really not friggin' true. So here's an example. I had a client who was stuck in getting to the next level of her business because she was so convinced that she was not good enough to be that seven-figure business owner, let's just say. And she kept pulling herself back. Trying to remember if it was seven or high seven. It doesn't matter what it was. She kept pulling herself back because of her limiting beliefs. So self-sabotage simply means we participate in actions that are going to hold us back and keep us in a place that's the safety zone. You know, the good old comfort zone, the safety zone, where we know we're not going to be challenged and where people are going to like us. Now, everyone's issues are going to be different. Everyone's reasons are going to be different. But the bottom line is this, guys. If you're self-sabotaging, which simply means that you are not taking action or you are kind of tripping over doing things or you're making yourself busy with a lot of busy work that is not going to produce the result that you're really looking for, then you're self-sabotaging. And there's nothing wrong with it. Don't judge yourself about it. Don't knock yourself about it. Don't beat yourself up about it. Simply forgive yourself. Be aware, because awareness is the first step to moving forward. Now, once again, for any of you guys who have been following me for a while, if you're in this group, if you're watching me, depending where you're watching this masterclass, you know that I strongly believe if you're not working on your inside, because everything happens to us from the inside out. One of my great mentors and healers that I work with, who was an amazing spiritual business strategist, taught me years ago, things are happening for you. They're not happening to you. And everything that happens, it has to happen from the inside out. It can't happen from the outside in. So I want you guys to digest that for 1 second, okay? Just digest that. Now think about, what old ways are you holding on to, and what are those things costing you? Like, why are you holding on to this behavior? And what is it costing you every day? Is it costing you your freedom? Is it costing you your health? Is it costing you not being able to go on vacation with your family? Is it costing you that you're staying stuck in a business you hate? Is it costing you that you can't have the schedule that you want? Whatever that is, it may be different for everyone. So once we figure out what's true, what's not true, what are these old ways of thinking that are keeping you stuck, and what is it costing you, then you're going to be able to really look at that honestly and start making some changes, right? So I know this is a lot of shit to digest, but it is the number one way, by addressing these 4 pillars, how you can stop the self-sabotage. Self-sabotage is simply fear. Fear. You know, I remember, I'll give you an example. When I wanted to start my coaching and consulting business after being a salon owner and a great colorist and blah, blah, blah behind the chair for X amount of years, it was met with so much resistance and fear. I was so afraid of what people would think. I was so afraid if I would be good at it. I was so afraid of being judged. Well, afraid. It was all fear based on my old limiting thoughts, based on my old limiting beliefs, and based on the things that someone else told me. Hold on 1 second. We have a dog who needs water. Hold that thought. I probably should have put her away. So by really thinking about all these things, sorry guys, and you see the mess behind my kitchen table, so you can see it's totally real. Anyway, so by holding on to these fears, how is that serving me? Like, think about, how is your limiting belief serving you? It might keep you in a safe place. It might make you feel like your friends who maybe are envious that you have a successful business are gonna feel left out. Whatever the case may be, address these 4 things. So now we're gonna move on to getting clarity. Clarity is probably the easiest things to get, guys, because it lives in our heart center. Hey everyone, I see you guys coming on. Welcome. Give me a hashtag live, hashtag replay. As always, I am honored and blessed that you're taking the time to watch me talk to you. So getting clarity is all about your heart center, your intuition. We all have the powerful inner knowing. Every single one of us. Some of us push it down, push it back, ignore it, are afraid of it. We allow ego, who's that loud, more protective naysayer, overpower us. Now, guys, regardless of what your beliefs are, you have to believe that you have a gut instinct. And to have clarity, you have to clear all the things that we just covered, those 4 pillars. You have to clear what's true. You have to clear what's not true. You have to clear what old ways are you holding on to. And you have to clear, how are they costing you? A lot of this is just simply awareness. Now, again, be gentle, kind, and loving to yourself while you're doing this, because all these things get compounded when we're under stress. They get compounded when we had to deal with all this COVID shit. They're compounded when our businesses aren't doing good. They're compounded when our kids are sick. They're compounded when we have stress, elderly, you guys get the idea. Fucking life, right? These things are all compounded, and then it becomes like a bubble that's squeezing you in, and you feel like you just can't move. But you have the power to release that by simply pulling in your awareness and figuring out, what is your intuition telling you? And scary sometimes, guys, If you are done being behind the chair, I'll give you another example. One of my clients she didn't want to be behind the chair anymore, but she was so afraid, similar to my story, of starting her consulting practice, starting her online course, because she wasn't sure if it was, like, she wanted to stay in the safety zone. I'm going to fast forward you. This person is pretty popular and pretty famous. I can't share who it is with you, but she's killing it. She's killing it. She moved away from behind the chair and she's killing it with her educational programs because she had so much to share with the world. She had so much in her. And once we broke through the fear, created a game plan, and she figured out what to do, and I helped her do that, she was able to create what she wanted for herself. Now, then you have another client of mine who her clarity was she really wanted her own business, but she was so afraid of taking that leap. Now, what we did with her was really getting clarity and listening to her gut that it wasn't the moment right now. She had to take like step 1, 2, and 3 to be prepared to start her business properly so she would be abundant and make a lot of money. So clarity, guys, comes from here. Not from asking your mom, not from asking your dad, not from asking your spouse. Clarity can only come from you. I highly recommend not sharing your good stuff or asking people for approval, because if you don't approve of your own intuition, what your gut's telling you, and you let other people influence your thoughts, this is where we suffer. Okay? And this goes for all entrepreneurs. I don't care if you're a salon owner, I don't care if you're a holistic practitioner, I don't care if you're, an educator, you have your own consulting practice, because many of you in here are in different realms of the service provider industry. So that is where we get clarity. Listen to your gut, write it down, and follow through. Right? Don't second guess your gut. It is going to be scary at times, but this is how we get clarity. And clarity is usually very simple. Now, once again, guys, if anybody needs help getting clarity, I am the queen of clarity. Just book a call. I'll drop the link below, or DM me. Go on my website, mariafontana.com. Book a friggin' free call with me. You cannot imagine how powerful it is to have a conversation. I bring in my intuitive powers because they are really, really, they help me with my clarity, my clairvoyance. I help you. And we just have a call. And sometimes just that one call is a freaking game changer. It costs you nothing. Anyway, mariafontana.com. So now we're going to move on to increasing sales, which everybody wants to increase sales. So this goes out to every single person who is looking to make money, regardless of where you are in your business. If you're behind the chair, if you're a service provider, if you're a consultant, if you're a salon owner, regardless of where you are, once you stop the self-sabotaging and stop the crazy limiting beliefs and step out of the fear and get yourself clear. And I'm just going to share another secret with you. These things can change. What you feel today, it might not be what you feel in 6 months from now. What you feel in 6 months from now might not be the same thing, the results you're going to get. So do this exercise often. I do this exercise for myself every 3 months to check in with myself, to see where I'm at in my business, to see what changes I need to make, to see if I'm still feeling aligned, and to see if I'm still being profitable by following what my intuition's telling me, because that's super important, right? Because we want to make great profits, right? We want to make a great living. We want to be in abundance and prosperity. So last but not least is how to increase your sales. So there's some key things that into increasing sales. I want you guys to write this down too. I want you to look at your business, regardless of what your business looks like, okay? Where is 80% of your revenue coming from? Okay? Once you write that down, you have to realize you really don't need a lot of leads in your business, meaning you don't need a constant flow of leads if you know exactly where 80% of that money's coming from. How many of you, I want to raise a hands, know where 80% of your revenue, I didn't say profits, your revenue is coming from in your business or from behind the chair, wherever you're at, okay? It's super important to know that. Now, the second question I have for you, of that 80% of revenue that's coming in, do you feel aligned and do you like doing where that 80% of revenue is coming in? Because that's super important too. I'm going to bet most of the time where the 80% is coming from, it's probably the thing you like the most, because that's how it is in my business. You can kind of see the trend. The 80% of the revenue comes in from what you like to do the most, what you're really aligned with energetically, and what comes as a flow. What comes easy to you, it might be hard to other people. So remember that. That's your magic. Okay. The next thing would be, I want you to remember, guys, there's only 3 ways. Now write this down. There's only 3 ways to increase your business. And this holds true if you are a business owner or not, because I know I have a lot of stylists in this group, a lot of practitioners. But this holds true for you because you still have to be accountable for your business income, right? So there's only 3 ways to grow your business. Number 1 is increase the amount of clients. Like constantly keep bringing in new people. Number 2, increase what people are paying. So number 2 means increase your prices, increase your price point, and not increase the amount of people flowing into your business. And number 3, increase the repeat business of your clients that love you already. Okay? So did you get those 3? So it's increase the number of clients, increase your prices, or increase the repeat business of the people who love you and are loyal anyway. Did you guys ever hear there's like some people, they might have 500 followers on Instagram, but they're making a ton of money off the people who really follow them and connect with them. So I want you guys to realize something. Increasing sales is about really increasing your relationships, okay? You have to align with the psychology of the buyer. So this holds true for every business if your Google business listing isn't aligned, okay? If your Instagram isn't aligned. Now, I'm not saying you have to do these things. I'm just giving you examples if it's what you do. Is your Facebook aligned with the clear messaging? So it's about showing up consistently and really speaking the psychology of the buyer. I'll give you a really quick example. My standalone brick and mortar is an organic hair salon. It attracts holistic people who are vegan, people who are cruelty-free, people who follow that lifestyle. People maybe who are recovering from cancer, people who don't want toxins in their body. Now, mind you, full transparency, yes, of course there's chemicals in those products. That's not what I'm here to talk about. But I'm very transparent, but the language of how I speak to these people on all my marketing platforms is very specific to the age group. It's specific to the type of person that comes to my salon, and it's specific to the type of service. So I don't have, let's just say, a 18-year-old who's looking for the cheapest balayage and doesn't care what you use on your hair booking into my salon. Does that make sense? I do have the more mature women who have tons of wisdom, who have money to spend, who want to invest in themselves, and are looking for a cleaner option, less fumes, less toxins. They may have allergies. It's a lifestyle. So do you see how the language of who you're speaking to? And I want you guys to remember this, and this is something the salon industry has really been lacking, and a lot of service providers too. You have to have a specialty. You should not be talking to everyone, because if you talk to everyone, you're talking to no one. You're just looking for money, and that's going to block your abundance. So really doing the other steps of clearing self-sabotage, getting clarity, and speaking the language of your buyer in everything you post, in everything you put. And if you don't have it, guys, I'll send you a link to this. My $1 million secret is you better have a really powerful Google business page. Anybody who works with me, that's one of the first things we do. Your Google business listing is really powerful, and it could be one of the most powerful tools for bringing in business consistently. And it's super important. And I want you to remember the mindset too. You want quality over quantity unless you're running a budget business and you want constant turnover. But constant turnover clients, guys, you might not agree with me, but it's a fact. They're tire kicker clients. They're bargain shoppers. They're like the Groupon folks. And I have nothing against Groupon, but not if you're trying to really create a sustainable, profitable business. It's almost like buying a $5 course. How much credibility and how much attention are you going to give to that $5 course? Tell me. So again, these are my business strategy, what I've seen work. But if you invest a nice amount of money in quality over quantity, right? You're going to really dedicate yourself more. And that's just a fact, a psychological fact of business. Okay. So last but not least, I want you to stop and think, what is my business model? Like, what is your business model? Are you a budget stylist? Are you a budget salon? Are you a budget service practitioner? What is your specialty? What are you known for? Like, what makes you stand out from the rest? The more you specialize and you pick something that is really more specialized in your craft, the higher ticket you're going to get. So now, as a closing, I'm going to just share something with you. When you need a certain medical procedure, do you go to the GP? I go to the specialist. So if I need something with my heart, right, I'm going to go to the heart specialist. I may even go above that and go to the heart specialist who specializes in the one thing that I need for my heart, because maybe the regular heart guy doesn't do it, right? All these things bring in high value. When you bring in high value to your practice, regardless if you're behind the chair as a stylist, regardless if you're just a colorist, regardless if you simply are a holistic practitioner, regardless if you're the salon owner, all these things make a huge difference. And clearing all the overwhelm, guys, because what we're suffering with right now is information overload. And with this freaking information overload, we're going crazy, and we're thinking we should be doing 50 million things when we really should be simplifying. That's where the power is, in the simplicity. That's where the power is in cleaning out your self-sabotage. That's where the power is in getting clarity on what to do. I want to thank you guys for watching me. I see you all coming on. Thank you so much. Give me some comments, some hashtag lives, hashtag replays. I want to hear your feedback and comments. Tell me what you think about these things. Tell me how you are going to incorporate these action steps into your life to shift your business, to shift what's happening in your life. All of these steps will help you get to massive clarity. They'll help you get to a more abundant lifestyle. Now remember, guys, there's always going to be problems. There's always going to be issues. There's always going to be stuff happening in the world, but there's no one who can control the outcomes except you. You and only you can control those outcomes. So I want to invite you guys all in. My clients, anyone who works with me, actually I'm going to drop below my testimonial page. You can see people share tons and tons of their experiences of working with me. My goal is to help you get to that next step. I have clients who start working with me and they leave from behind the chair and they start a whole new business. I have clients who turn their whole business around, work less hours, increase their prices, become specialists, and create a business that resonates with them. I have salon owners who downsize, who change their whole business model. Again, it is customized. What do you need to do? Is it your marketing? Is it simply getting clarity? Is it simply stepping into your power and accepting it's time to change? And that's okay. I've been a hairdresser 36 years, people. I've had 10 salons. I've owned a beauty supply. I've owned a cab company, a tanning studio. I've done a lot of things. Some things were great and some things didn't do so good. Through all this, I learned amazing lessons. And through my coaching and consulting, now I'm happy to helping, supporting, giving you guys love, giving you guidance, clarity, intuitive guidance to get to those next steps. Now remember, every single one of you, I think there's like 200 something of you in this group, every single one of you has a gift. And every single one of you has a different gift. Every single one of you has a different journey. So don't compare yourself to the guy next to you. Don't compare yourself to what you see on Instagram. Half that shit's not even fucking real. Keep yourself grounded in reality. I'm inviting you in February 21st. We are starting our My Business Elevation program. I'm going to drop the link below. If you're interested, please reach out to me. I am happy to connect with you. I'm happy to give you some feedback, and I will be looking forward February 21st. Last time I had this, it sold out, guys, so don't wait till last minute. It's only 4 weeks long, and you get major transformation. It's not about more information, it's about major transformation. Sending you guys massive love and light. If you just want to talk to me, just drop me a message below or hop on my website and book a free call. I hope this video was helpful. I hope you have an amazing day. Please reach out to me. Drop your comments below. I will be answering all of them. Thank you, guys. Cioè, ma non può stare zitto.